Well, hello there, and welcome to the Deadly Analysis Podcast, a place where I start every podcast by saying, hello there, and welcome to the Deadly Analysis Podcast. I really need to think of a new intro. Like, yo, dog, welcome to my digital crib. So we've hit 100 subscribers on this channel, 100 subs. 100 of you decided that you like our content enough to be notified every time we upload a video. What a time to be alive. So I want to thank you for being a part of the Deadly Analysis family. That sounded really cultish. Free Kool-Aid for everyone! Come into the family! But seriously, thank you. We're still sort of evolving as a project at this point. We're still simmering in terms of what this channel is going to look like. In fact, I had originally envisioned this project to be a podcast, hence the title, The Deadly Analysis Podcast. But over time, the video format has sort of wooed me, and we've just sort of organically gravitated to YouTube as a medium. And I hope you guys like this medium. After all, you know, I'm just damn good to look at. I mean, I know you don't want to say it, but it's true. You know, really, you should be thanking me, actually, that I'm uploading videos for you to watch. Like, you should be thanking me for being a subscriber. That's essentially what I'm getting at. You'll never see a 6 out of 10 have this much confidence, let me tell you. So I thought I would use this first milestone to tell you a little bit about what's coming down the pike, what we plan to do with this channel. We're now doing live weekly shows at the same time every week, Sunday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we take what we consider to be good horror films and then we discuss them and we pick them apart. And this usually ranges from something hopefully like deep philosophical and psychological discourse all the way over to the other side of things where we just quite frankly give in to a kind of tipsy, blood-soaked, orgiastic banter. That should just be the tagline for our show. Intellectually tipsy, blood-soaked, orgiastic banter. Welcome to the Deadly Analysis Podcast. So my goal, really, is to have what I hope to be some deep intellectual and informative content about the nature of fear and how horror films reflect our collective anxieties, you know, very bourgeois shit like that, but then also mix it with a kind of drunken film school style bullshittery and enjoyment. Like I've said in some of the other podcasts that we've done, we really aim to do two things: appreciate horror films and enjoy them. Much like you would a good scotch. You appreciate it in a nosing glass, but you enjoy it however the hell you like. Whether you mix it with Coke, who cares? Appreciate it in one way that's objective, and then enjoy it entirely subjectively. That's how we look at horror films. So again, we have a set schedule of pretty much every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We occasionally skip some weeks because, you know, life. Most of us have full-time jobs and we're corporate drones 5 days out of the week, so sometimes that bleeds over into the weekend. But for the most part, you can watch us here every week and be kept up to date about our broadcasts on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages. You can chat with us live during the show. We've had quite a few people doing that recently, which is super fun. I love interacting with other horror nerds besides us. And aside from the weekly show that I do with co-hosts, I also intend to continue uploading my own movie reviews for good current year horror films. So these are me just giving my thoughts about some of the recent shit that's come out. I've done horror reviews this year for Raw, The Void, It Comes at Night, Get Out, and I'm currently working on one for Mother. Additionally, I have my own individual video content here on this channel where I analyze and critique my own personal favorite horror films. I think I've done these sorts of analyses for the films It Follows, Let Me In, and Event Horizon currently. I'm currently working on content for the Liam Neeson film The Grey and also another vampire film called Byzantium. Lastly, in case all of this content isn't enough for you. God, you guys are so needy. I'm also adding an occasional book review here and there. So I'm currently scripting my review right now for the 1986 novel Replay by Ken Grimwood. And I think you guys will like that. It's about a dude who lives all the way up until 43. He has a heart attack only to wake up in his 18-year-old self with all of his previous memories intact. And so he lives his entire life out again, all the way till 43, and he dies of a heart attack again in the exact same way, and wakes up in his 18-year-old self again, with all his new memories. And this happens in perpetuity. So I'm throwing together somewhat of a Nietzschean, very eternal recurrence sort of approach to this book, so be on the lookout for that. If there's anything else that you guys would like to see, perhaps one particular type of content over and above another, please feel free to comment below or shoot us a message. At the end of the day, our goal here really is to produce content that's fun and interesting as it relates to horror films, and to use these discussions as a kind of catalyst to further understand ourselves better. Fear is informative. Never forget that. It tells you a lot about yourself, and that's worth pursuing. So, pursue it with us. So cheers, and thank you for being part of our early subscriber base.